a little kind of flat-headed right now, but once we put the ears on, and I'm going to put another piece in between the ears, we'll get a little bit more of a triangle shape. So I have some light gray left, and I'm going to use it for the ears. It's about a 3-inch piece. I'm going to split it in half lengthwise. This is the last of my light gray. If you don't have any more, you can use oatmeal or dark gray. It's not that big of a deal. Stretch it out a little bit, and then I'm just going to go around, kind of thin, around the round end of the tool and about an inch length. So from here to here, an inch. And I don't need quite this much wool, so I'm going to pull some off, and then I'll just slide that off, and then I'll do that again. If you just spin it in your fingers, it'll stick, and then you can just slide it off without it unraveling. Felt the center third just a little bit, just to make sure it doesn't unravel. And then you're going to pull the two ends, like hold the center and pull the two ends down. And they have rather sort of tall ears. They're not real round. So you kind of have to, you know, make that happen from this. Get the shadow. So I'm going for a little bit more of an oblong shape. The punch tool is great for ears. So this has, I don't know if you can see through it, it has like a little hole in it. That's okay. It's gonna get felted together and down about to there. So I'm not gonna worry that I've got this, you know, sort of U-shape hole in it. It's okay if it ends up a little cupped. That's actually how you want it. And then they have a little bit of white fluff in their ears, so I'm going to take some white. Or you could take oatmeal. Maybe I'll blend a little bit of white and oatmeal just for kicks. And then take a little half of that, put it across the ear, like so, and then just felt a little bit of black or natural black into the center. Like that. I feel like all I do is talk.
Well, you are teaching how to do something, so if you were silent, that would be...
I guess that would not be good.
That would not be good.
Okay. A little bit of black. Okay. Then if you want to, you can actually give it a little pinch where you think the bottom of the ear should be. Fold it over like a taco and felt it. Then whatever's below that is your little connector fluff. Oh, I was getting ready to put ears on a raccoon that had ears. So make sure you look at pictures. It's going to tell you better than I can where the ears should go. I think it's kind of in line out from the nose if you were to go through the eye. That's a good way to figure out how far apart the ears should be. And then once we have them stuck, it looks crazy. That's not the right. I'm using a strong needle just to really get them stuck. Then I'm going to do that piece of gray in here that I was talking about to build that up a little bit. Since I used the light gray for the taco, I'm just going to use this last little piece. I'm just going to roll it up and stick it on there. What? Shipping?
All kinds of ruckus.
Hey, the packages
Must
go out. Oh dear. Oh no.
Wait, he's a little high. There we go.
Like,
there.
he's all, look how off he is. Like, this ear's on the side of his head, and this ear's, it's just a matter of angle.
It's just because fix that.
It's just because I can't lean in.
You can. I'm zoomed.
Okay.
That's a lot of leaning.
I told you. I'll fix him. Let's do the pelt. Pelt makes everything better. I'll get him symmetrical. Don't you worry. Also, his ears are a little big. Their ears are not very large in relation to their head. It should probably be more like that. So I will work on felting them down and stuff. Okay, we want to make a nice pelt, almost about the size of your hand, that gets wider towards the back, just like your hand does. Just take your thumb away. And then we'll lay across this whole thing. So, if you have it, I like to put a little bit of oatmeal, and you can really like spread it out because it's probably going to take every last bit of what you have. Like that. And then you've got this almond and shiitake. So I like to put almond as my next layer. Remember, you want it to be wider towards his butt. This is his butt. Thinner towards his neck. So you might have to pull and re-pull your wool a little bit. Okay, and then that was almond. And now I want them to get darker towards the center, so I'm going to put, and each time I let it end just short of the last layer. It's very subtle, so it probably doesn't look like it, but I'm just using a little bit of this. So that's the shiitake, and then I have a little bit of my medium gray left. So I'm going to really spread that out. Since it's a core wool, you got to make sure you spread it out a lot and just put it right down the center. And each layer is really thin. Like, I'm not making a huge bulky addition. It's just a color, a thin wash of color. So I'm start with my pen tool to get it all to stick, and then I'm going to switch to the punch tool to cover more ground. Don't worry about the very edges, more the center 2/3 of it. And then once the pelt is sticking itself together, carefully pull it off. Put your critter down. Lay the pelt on. Let the fringe go onto the arms, around the neck a little bit. Almost goes right up to the ears even. And first I just center it. I stab on the body, making sure everything is getting stuck, centered. His thighs are spread out, so this wool is going right onto the thighs. And then, once I have it stuck, then I start to put him into shape and come around the sides a little bit.
So your raccoon is very cute, but real raccoons actually carry a lot of disease.
Yeah, we've had some raccoon issues in our yard with our dogs in the past.
They have raccoon roundworm apparently, and it can cause death and blindness in humans.
Oh, so Milo, you need to stay off Google.
Just a public service announcement for everyone out there. If you've had one of these animals in your attic, you need to get it disinfected.
Aww.
That's what the internet says.
They're just trying to live
So
their lives.
Don't make a needle felted raccoon. Don't hang out with the real ones.
All right. A couple more details. Eyes. Ignore the white end of my... I'm just going to Sharpie that. I'm just kidding. I'm going to put some wool on there. And then the tail, I just make rings. You can do as many as you want. First I do the black. This I like to use the dark black. So just pull little thin strips. I think they have black tips. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, and then you're going to do as many rings as you want. Maybe there's some certain number. That would be a good Google. How many
rings around
a raccoon's tail?
Sorry, I did not come prepared with that information.
Like maybe it's like has to do with their age. I'm just kidding.
That would be a tree.
So I do my black, and then I'm gonna do off-white on this one. Since I'm out of oatmeal, you could do oatmeal. You could do white too. I think it's a little jarring, the white and black. I think they are actually more like a oatmeal or light gray color between the black rings. That's what's so cool about it. You can just do anything you want. Except make it right. Just kidding. Something like that. Goes a little something like that. This is what I was talking about when the gray pokes through. Gray poking through black and white isn't as big of a deal as white poking through black or black poking through white. And when you do it from the bottom, you can turn it back over and come at it from the top, and you can kind of poke those poke-throughs back into it. How's he look?
It's very cute.
It's getting there. Okay. Eyes. I like to actually make eyeballs because then it really gives you, even though it's black on black, it gives you definition of where it is. And then you can put, can you super zoom? Can you see that? You can put a little ring of gray around it to really define the eyeball. Don't worry. It's okay.
We are super zoomed.
And then the white dot. So if you take your black, did I use all my black? No, I have a little bit more. And break it down a little bit. And then you have two little poofs. You're going to roll it in your hand. Or you could roll it around a toothpick. But you want to get it into a ball. And then you're going to stab the ball around the edges into place. I don't have a reference picture out regarding placement. I should. see what I'm doing, but there's a little ball
We're
there.
pretty zoomed.
Okay. Then I'm going to take a little bit of almond or light gray, either one, and make a little skinny strip of it. And just go around that eyeball.
Oh, someone is calling.
Someone's calling the shop.
Jennifer is answering the shop.
And I'm just trying to keep it really skinny. And I'm trying to see if I can pull a tiny bit of that off.
Go the whole way around?
And go the whole way around. It just, on a black eye, on a black background, it just gives it, it just sort of represents that eyelid. That little, gives it a little bit of definition, like that. And then it needs a tiny white dot, which is like a tiny bit of white, just mere fibers. Roll it, stab it in, try to keep it in a little, tiny little area, and I'm going to switch to my more fine needle. Like that. And then I'll do the other one. Milo, I love that mask on you. I want you to wear that all the time.
Well, I might, although that might get ridiculous.
So we hope you had fun making your raccoon. I went back and I'm going to work on his ears and face a little bit more. When I have the luxury of like getting my face over it, I can get things a little more centered. But make sure when you stand them up, you give them, they have that little like hump in their back. And yeah.
He's cute.
Enjoy. Yes, thank you.
Not as cute as me, but cute.
But who is?
Right.
Right. See you next time.
Bye.